classic, and it's really simple, which I love, and I'm sure you love out there too as well. You know, some of you love anyways. The beginner in us all will appreciate this song, and it's great. Awesome rock and roll. You all can do it, I guarantee it. All right, so let's break this one down. So the beginning goes something like this. Okay, and then it repeats itself. So you can do one of two things here. One of the guitar players on the E chord, which we'll get to in a second, just hits it once. One kind of does it twice. So we're going to start off F sharp minor, but we're only going to hit the top part of the chord. So we're going to hit 2, 4, and 4 on the A and D. Now you're going to hit it twice. And then we're going to go E, 2, and 4. That's going to take us to an A chord, which we can hit twice. So we got. And then to an E chord. Twice as well. So you can keep that same shape. Now when you get to the E chord, interestingly enough, a cool trick I learned a while back was to not play an E major like this, right? What we can do, or an E minor like this, what we can do is we can use one finger and mute out that G string altogether and get just a big, nasty, awesome sounding E chord with one finger where we're letting the B and E strings ring out. But there's no third in the chord, no major minor, so it's nice, cool, awesome, just rock and roll. Little side point, right? So. One guitar hits it once, one guitar hits it twice, the other one would be. Now, along with that, another cool part. Okay, so we're going to start off on the 4th fret D string, and then we're going to hit it again, and we're going to go 4, 6, 7. Now we're going to come back into first position pentatonic. So we're going to bend up the G string, and then come back down. Skip up to the D string and go 2, 4. So all together. Okay, next part starts out the same way. Adds a cool little, bluesy riff at the end. Start off the same. Now we're going to go to 4 on the G, back to D7, and then we're going to go G, now with our 3rd finger, and do a little cool bend riff. And then we're going to bend up G4, and then we're going to hit B2 and E2. Now we're going to go with our pinky or 3rd finger and slide 5 to 7 on the B. So. Alright, so we got. Now that gets us into the verse, which is basically a real keyboard-driven part. Very sparse guitar playing. You can keep the same thing going, but, lighter in dynamics department if you're a guitar player by yourself. Kind of strum it. Now, if you have a keyboard player, it really just kind of hangs on that F sharp chord, minor chord. do, right? And it does a cool little keyboard part with a little fill from the guitar, which we can do on the 9th fret of the D and G, sliding up to 11 twice, 9, 11, 9, 11. Or, for those of you who want the same thing in a different spot, maybe a little closer to home base, we can go 4 and 5 on the G and B, and slide it up to 6 and 7. Right? Same thing, same notes, a little different sound, but whatever floats your boat, right? So we got all those parts. Now, pre-chorus, very easy as well. D chord, 3, 4, do, minor chord, or just a B power chord, and then a little dynamics, right? So. Guitar comes in. Segues into the next verse. Same thing, same riff. Same pre-chorus. Right? Same riff. Right, but now it's going twice as long, so you're actually going to go back into the riff again. Now, what happens after that is it kind of cuts that riff short and goes into the bridge, which is E, do, A, D, back to E. I just, put that oomph in there just because you can. And it's rock and do it your own way, right? But it's a little more sparse, right? And then back in on the real album, right? Now it does a cool little riff while we're going E, A, D chords. So all we're doing is we're going up to the B string, 12th fret, bend up a whole step, and then come down. Then we're going to go 10, 9 on the B, and then 9 on the G. So we got... Now we're right where we need to be, which is outlining the A chord. So it's 9, 7, 6, and then D string 7. D chord, we're going to go back to the B string, 10th fret, and then we're going to go 10, 8, 7, and then G7. Into the E, and then back into... Now it goes into a guitar solo after it plays the verse or chorus progression again. We're going to do that same riff down here with a little tweak. Now it slides up a little bit higher, so it would be 9, 11, 14, 11. Or down here it would be 4 and 5, 6 and 7, and then up to 9 and 10. Right? Same thing. And then it has a cool little riff that he does right before we get into the... No. Let's see, what part does that come in at? Hold on a minute. I can't remember. But I know there's this cool riff in here. So we're going to go 2, 4 on the D. Yeah, into that part. Yeah, that's right. So 2 and 4 on the D, 2 and 4 on the G, But when we get to 4, we're going to bend it up. Come back to 2, and then back to 4. Right? And then we're basically going to play the outro, chorus, etc. with improvisation over the top of it. Cool F sharp, minor pentatonic. Right? You know, whatever you want to do. F sharp, minor pentatonic. Have fun with it. But the solo is really cool, so let's break that down. All right, let's check out that solo. Okay, so we're going to go into the first position minor pentatonic, right? For those of you who don't know what that is. You'll see it all the time in soloing. What we're going to do is it's very similar to the first riff we already did, right? We're going to basically do that same thing. We're going to come up on the riff. So we're going to go 4, bend up a whole step, and then we're going to go 2 and 2 on the B and E, and then we're going to come back on the E and B. Now we're going to go to the 5th fret, and we're going to hit the E with it. So we're going to go 5, 7, 9, 10 to 12, then to 14, then up to 17, hit it again, and then come back down to 14, and we're going to go back to 17 and bend up. So after you go 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 14, 14 to 17, 17, 14, bend. Okay? Now, we're going to come back to the first position to finish out the solo. So, bend up the G string, 4th fret, and then pull off to the 2nd. Then we're going to go 4, 2 on the D, 2 to open on the A, 2nd fret E, and then we're going to come back to the D and slide 2 to 4. And that's it. Yes! Way to go. Awesome job. See, that was not hard, but very cool. I love to emphasize that because, you know, oftentimes when we're like in, you know, our just totally absorption phase of guitar, you know, some of us guys mostly out there just get into whittling and just jamming like faster, faster. I gotta be the best guitar player in the world. And there's nothing wrong with that aspiration, but don't forget, some of the best songs ever were so simple, and it's just how it feels that really comes across. So keep that in there. It took me like a lot of years to remember that and come back, and it's been great. I love it. So